Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Monica Rajput and I am the co-lead at MobileWeb.dev. So if you are joining a webinar for the first time, so MobileWeb.dev is our open source community and we focused on mobile and web technologies. So today we are presenting mobile versus web, and it will be presented by Ria, and she is the project lead at AOS 2020 by Sanskrit India, and also the project coordinator at DSC IGTQW. Okay, so now without further any delay, I will turn the time over to Ria. Okay, Ria,
Thank
now
you
you
so
can
much.
start.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for the introduction. Uh, I would like to continue what she told, what the host Monica told about me, as I am a sophomore at IC2W. I'm a project lead at Autumn of Open Source 2020 by Tech India. I'm a project coordinator at DSC IC2W. I love open source and I love development. I have been an active participant at various open source events and hackathons, and I have run in a few. Currently, I am mentoring students and learning Flutter side by side and brushing my DSS skills. Apart from these, I am a fan of NBA and I was into basketball in my schooling and under graduation. I love music and I love clicking photographs. So that's all about me. So, the main agenda of today. So, what we'll be talking about is the first part being the birth of mobile technology, in which we are going to talk about how mobile has entered into each technical aspect of humans' daily lives. The second being the difference between the mobile technology and the web technology. The third is the tools. The third are basically is the most amazing factor of my talk. The tools that are used for building different types of mobile applications. The next part is the tools that are used for building web applications. Basically, these will be your go-to tools, which you should include while you are, building any kind of web application. And at last, we are going to take some Q&As. Okay, so mobile versus web. I would like to first of all know from the viewers that if anybody has any idea about what mobile is, what web is, or what difference it does what difference does it make when I say I am a mobile developer or she's a web developer. So you can write in the chat and then we'll just talk about that. So, first of all, the birth of mobile technology. So, we must all be aware of the fact that if you are a dev enthusiast, be it web or mobile, we all are supposed to see it in a general way. Because being biased in development, it never produces optimal output. So, whatever you prefer, be it any kind of a device that you use, or any kind of a developer that you are, be a web or mobile or even any other kind of developer. So you must you must have the thinking that irrespective of who I am, I should be knowledgeable enough in all of the domains to you might have to ask tell other people about it and prefer the way the technologies work and how do you prefer working with the technologies. So talking about the mobile, since the introduction of mobile and smartphones have been quite lately, these have continued to cement themselves as the dominant platforms over the more traditional desktop computer. This is something that we've been hearing since a lot of time, and it's 2020 now. So as we heard in 2013 that smartphones would overtake the sales of PCs, in 2013 we heard that the number of smartphone users would exceed that of PCs, which really happened as is. But we are talking very late, a very late era, which might not even make a difference now. But in 2020, where it is all we are all heading towards virtualization, it's all being digitized. Each and every industry, they are feeling the need to indulge handheld devices into their fraction, be it mobile applications or web applications. They are gaining a lot of traction. So the mobile technology is made from the mobile applications, the software versioning, hardware competency, etc. Rest other factors are also included, which we are going to talk about in the later part of the talk. And not only the mobile technology, the web technologies, nowadays also advent of technologies like IoT, chatbots, artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, etc. And by 2021, mobile app market is expected to reach a total revenue of up to $693 billion. I guess that's a huge number to say. So, what does the mobile technology, what makes it different? Where there is numerous mobile workforce across the globe. When I say mobile workforce, I mean that it is a strength of human beings that use any kind of handheld devices across the globe, be it in laptops, computers, tablets, smartphones, any kind of form. So, when I say all of this, these are all just benign factors that the smartphone technology is so different from all the other mobile technology, that building applications for the devices that are foldable. Yes, literally foldable. Physical devices are now coming in the format that they have their width and size adjustable, for which the applications are expected to have widgets and elements to take up all of the screen if the widget or the height of the mobile phone is changing, the physical height basically. So they are expected to capture the whole of the market in all possible different scenarios. I'm going to discuss some of the scenarios in a later part, and I hope you would relate to many of them. This is one such scenario where Samsung Samsung tweeted with this GIF saying that they are coming with its foldable OLED display. The operating systems, they are also getting ready to make use of this technology to improve the smartphone experiences. Even if I remember correctly, Google in 2018 also officially announced that the foldable support on the Android phones using its screen continuity API would be available to most of the people. So, what screen continuity API does is it helps any kind of application to align its elements or widgets on a particular screen according to the height and width of the screen. The physical height and width of the screen matters when it comes to applications. This screen continuity API is a new thing that Google is coming up with, and all this it adds a big plus to the smartphone technology, and it makes smartphone technology at its best. Yeah, this one. So this is a GIF from a mobile application which was very famous. Its title is Face App, and it rose to fame overnight because of its brilliant use of artificial intelligence technology. So what this application does, it adds filter to the user's photo to show what they would look like when they are older or when they were younger, and a lot more transitions. And as of October 2019, the app's total revenue, it was $1 million. Seriously, it was so popular amongst the youngsters and everybody in this society who's using smartphones since a long time. The global ML industry also growing at a CAGR of 42%. So CAGR is a compound annual growth rate, which is the meter to rate any company's annual growth. It will be worth almost $9 billion in the latter part of 2022. That's about machine learning. And AI and ML, they have been amongst the top mobile application development trends for the last few years, and they're going to be the future. So this is the slide where I want to make it, I would request the host. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. And I would just turn on this video. Before that, I want to tell you about what this is. So more than 50% of the buyers, they want to buy those applications that have do-it-yourself custom service tools inside them to expedite making, marketing, and online making procedures. And chatbots are a perfect way to extend that sort of CRM. I am basically just trying to demonstrate by this video that how this woman who is right in front of your screen will order a coffee just by talking to a chatbot. I'll just turn on the video. The audio is not available, so I'll be doing the voiceover for you. So first of all, this lady is asking for a flat white and a banana bread, warmed. So the chatbot has already, shown options on the screen, which she selects to and tells specifications that which kind of uh, what cup size that she wants the coffee in. Now she tells about a little more specifications, and the chatbot is repeatedly asking if you want to place order now. If not, please add more specifications. And at last, she says yes, and the order has been made. I guess this was something, really very amazing. So I really want to know from everybody here if this have you seen this kind of thing? And it's not just in trending. It's been there since so many years, and it's continue to exist. And I believe that this kind of technology they're going to include in each and every application that is going to come in future. Each and every application, yes. Okay, so now we'll talk about our main topic of the day, that is web versus mobile. So, when it comes to choosing between web and mobile, most of the people they do what? They get confused about, choosing which one is right, which is the technicality, which is more versatile, and etc. etc. But they actually don't know the exact difference between them because they might, fail to understand some of the technical abilities of the application and cost related stuffs. So in a global scenario, if we say about how many applications they exist, there are three types of applications that we can talk about in daily lives. The first is the web apps, the second is the native apps, and the third is the hybrid apps. Hybrid apps and native apps are all part of the mobile app technology only. So if I talk about the web apps, it is called as one size fits all versions of applications, and it's usually fits okay, but really as well as it could, it tries its best. Web applications, they are also referred to as web front-end applications or web-based applications. However, it's important to clarify that a web application, it is not same as a mobile website. So if we talk about mobile websites, just that just is a version of when I turn on in a website in my PC, and then I turn on the same website in my mobile. That's a mobile website. And when I talk about a web application, that's a totally different thing. Okay, so here we are going to talk about some crisp and very important short pros and cons of web applications. So, what is a web application? It is an internet enabled application that runs through a web browser that is designed and developed by many devices independent of the operating system. So that was my definition of web application. The pros of web application, as you can see on the screen, are more than the cons. Just these are some pros. All of them are not mentioned here. The first one being the easy maintenance. So, how can we say that web applications are easily maintainable? I can say this by the fact that they have a single code base. So, being a single code base, developers they only need to make one set of updates to each of the application. Second is the quick launch. There is no formal approval of the process or the centralized marketplace for the web applications. You just need to copy the URL on the web browser you are running into, and you are good to go. Diverse device compatibility. It is basically when the application accommodates a range of devices, including the older models also, which web application is irrespective of. I did not say operating systems would be a part of it. The next is inexpensive. Generally, the cost is lower for the web applications versus the mobile applications. Depending upon the number of the browsers it is built to support, it is just depending upon this factor. The next is simply shared. So web applications, they are simply shared using the URL that you can share using any kind of media. Then we are going to talk about the cons of web applications. The first one being the connectivity. So connectivity means a web browser and a strong internet connection are necessary for a web application to work. Without internet and without strong connectivity to internet, you cannot tune into, see your websites or make them others see the same. Less advanced available features, they might be limited to coding constraints. Third is the bigger barrier to entry. In this, users, they have to discover it themselves. The updates that come on Chrome DevTools or bookmark them, and then they are expected to manually create page shortcuts to their web applications and then check back updates regularly. That's a tedious task. And the last one is the integrations, which means it cannot access external features such as a built-in camera or microphone. Even web application is not, built. Normal web application is not built in to support your PC's webcam or microphone if you have not, made that feature available to it. So if you are asking yourself that how much does it cost to make a web application, I've got you covered here. How the web applications they are built is the main part. The cost and the cost that is used for the clouds that are in a connection, which you are using for saving the data. The different kinds of maintenance costs are also there. The updation cost is there, and then you use the web application for hosting. This also includes any extra cost. So non-native tools, they were intentionally created to avoid writing code twice, as well as to give developers the ability to make the applications. So web applications, they are created using HTML and CSS because they run in a browser that is similar to the way a website does. An emerging trend here is of PWAs that are here for your rescue, and they have got you covered. Like every time web applications we talk about PWAs for short. And the web applications that are now trending, they have they are progressive web applications. So what are they? So progressive web applications, they take the advantage of some recent browser advancements to allow the web applications to act more like mobile applications. However, operating system support and functionality is still limited when compared to the true mobile apps, but but more and more they cover everything that your browser may fail to notify you whenever your application is expected to streamline along the updates that are made. Okay, so now we head on to the pros and cons for mobile applications, which so there are two kinds of mobile applications. We talk of native mobile applications and hybrid mobile applications. So any kind of mobile application you have in your phone is a native application by default. And so hence these two terms, mobile application or having a native mobile application, they are often used interchangeably. And that is because usually mobile applications, they are being preferred to have native base support because that is the most the best part, because native applications have the best user experience till now. And that's not that's not for sure be true in every scenario. It depends upon which application you are building. And what is a mobile application? It is an application, I have defined it according to what I thought mobile application would be best defined, is an application that is designed for and installed directly to a mobile device, built for one particular operating system. So talking of the pros, it has faster speed, that it experiences quicker overall usability. It has native promotional options. That means marketing your applications within the App Store. Third is the push notifications, where you need to send reminders to users via badges or banners by scrolling down the notification bars. The fourth one is the integrated device functionality that allows access to system features that includes hardware and other software. The fifth one is the quick access. And quick access means adding shortcuts to your native applications on your desktop. We often add mobile websites that have shortcuts. There is an option now in the progressive web applications that you can add shortcuts to your desktops, mobile desktops, mobile dashboards. Mobile application cons, there are more expensive. Mobile applications as compared to web applications are more expensive. Approval processes there. So mobile applications are all verified in their respective application stores which can prove tricky at times, because when you go on building a mobile application and then you say I'm going to host it on Play Store and one on App Store. So hosting it on Play Store is not a very tedious task, but hosting it on App Store would be, you might feel that you've been doing a lot of work, because App Store actually rejects applications that have duplication in them. If any kind of application that streamlines with the working, your application uh, is being made on the basis of those applications, they are being rejected by App Store, whereas Play Store sometimes accepted, sometimes rejected. The third one is the installation, where the users, they must download the app manually in order to use it, unlike in the web applications where the URLs were enough. And the fourth part is the updates, where periodic system releases and system continual maintenance work, they mean a lot for application developers who build mobile applications. So this is how native applications are built, and there are two different GIFs here. Just so to tell you that a native application might differ how it looks in Android and how it looks in iOS. So native application, how are they built? So basically, they are built in platform-specific languages. Native applications, they use different kinds of languages for different operating systems. And yes, that means that if you want your native application to be available for download on Android and iOS devices, you'll need to build multiple versions for that. Most likely, you won't have any identical user interfaces, but maybe most of the features align the same. Okay, so this picture kind defines a kind of narration in which it must include all of the three application versions. So if we primarily talk about mobile, we can say that it is a UI that is having the least width and least height amongst all of the three that are present here, and it has the navigation is quite easy. Some would say it's not. It's totally okay. I'm not against them. Also, if I answer this question according to what I feel like which one is better, then I will say all are equal in the eyes of developer. And this I would say as according to one's need, you will use the UI. And if any person would prefer something according to the specifications and needs, it would differ. For example, if I want to build something or experience something that remains with me forever, anywhere, anytime I go, I would definitely want to choose a handheld device. And if I say I have to deal with large data sets, abundance information, and legacy databases, I will definitely choose a PC. So it all depends upon the scenario, which application you are switching to. Okay, so then there comes a big question. We've talked about all of them. Which one to build when? Okay, so this slide would give you a quite crisp definition of definition as well as requirement of web application, native mobile application, as well as a hybrid mobile application. So if your application, it is simple and it is interactive and it has resources, for example, you are building a news application, cricket score depiction application, or something that has a lot of information on it, or it needs internet access to provide a satisfactory user experience, a web application might be the way to go for it. And in web applications, as we've already discussed, progressive web apps are there, which are a good fix for companies that are trying to build better mobile usability. And what is currently offered via their mobile site is, they can cover it in PWAs. So this picture on the leftmost side is you see is of Lancome's web application look, like how it looks like in Chrome mobile browser. So when you open the same website in desktop, it might look different, but they have covered everything, the elements and the features, the widgets, the alignment, the everything they have taken care of. And they can even convert it into a native mobile application, which you can see. This is in mobile format, right? I have not shown you the picture of web here. If your application would need access to your device's camera or GPS, you should highly consider making a native mobile application. Pokemon Go is such example, and which is a native application that utilizes both the camera as well as the GPS functions of the smart device that is combined with augmented reality software. So they have combined all the features inside it to build a native mobile application. And when to build a hybrid mobile application. So in the scenarios where you want to choose between native and hybrid, here comes the difference. While hybrid mobile applications, they are not as common as web or native applications, the list of companies which use the hybrid mobile applications is huge, and you would be surprised on reading them. I would suggest each one of you to go to Google and search about all the hybrid mobile applications that are available, because I guess the list is very huge. And while native mobile applications, they give better user experiences, they can be converted to hybrid mobile applications as well. So in some circumstances where web applications, they are converted to hybrid mobile applications in order to take some native kind of native mobile application advantages into them. They have a marketplace app listing there over each and every website, so you can just go and check there. In this slide, I have made available to you. This is a picture of Uber, where particular person is wanting to order for a car, or order for a carpool or a visit. So this has complete look and feel of a native application, as you can see, but for the most part it runs on a web view. And okay, WebView is a kind of a mini web browser that can be configured to run full screen. So mini web browser that is configured to run full screen is a WebView, which in this scenario Uber is using to show you the available cars nearby. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some basis of difference between mobile and web. The first one being the level of difficulty. So, according to me, making the websites is easier as compared to making applications. Making the websites require almost the same kind of skills and technicalities for every hardware and operating system. But when it comes to mobile applications, now you have to gain some specific skills for each of the operating system. You can say that web development can be difficult or super easy at times. It depends upon which direction you take, basically. So the mobile development, it is also oftentimes more difficult to learn and work on as compared to web development. Although it also depends upon which type of mobile application you want to make. Unlike the websites, mobile applications, they are platform specific, and you need to have different skill set and expertise for each of the different platforms. For example, for developing an Android platform, for developing an Android application on Android operating system, you need to have the knowledge of Java or Kotlin. For iOS, you need to have Objective C or Swift in knowledge, and for Windows Phone, you need to know C Sharp. This technicalities we're going to discuss further. As of now, Android development is a bit more complex than web development is the conclusion of this slide. Okay, now comes the basis two. Level of versatility. Again, I would say it is all according to what I feel, as I've done both web development and mobile development. So, web development is a very versatile field that allows you to use your expertise in coding and programming for different niches. And for example, I have already told you that C Sharp is a language that you can use for building not just applications, but also you can use it for game development as well. People are nowadays using C++ for mobile applications and web applications. Web developers, they are more versatile than mobile developers. It's just according to what I feel. Please don't jump onto me when I say this. I respect both. The application, it does need to install in the device like mobile applications. When working with the mobile applications, you might not have the same flexibility as the web application. But for mobile applications, if I say, there are different requirements also, the tool and technicalities that I've already mentioned, and the skills that are also required, that should be operating system based. So let me know, what do you all think about, which one is more versatile and what do you prefer working on? I would love to know about that. Okay, so this is the part I was talking about, the technical analysis between the mobile and the web, in which we talk about all the programming languages that we use for web as well as mobile. We're not going to deep dive on each and every technology or programming language here, just naming them. JavaScript, Java, Python, PHP, Ruby are used for web development. And for mobile, we can use Python, Wildfire.js, Java, Swift. So you see, there are languages that you can use for mobile development as well as web development. Okay, so the fourth basis that we come on to is the latest trends that for mobile development, as I say, for the first part, as we know that the mobile applications, they have gone through constant evolution and they have changed a lot in the previous decade. When it comes to mobile applications, the change, I kind of would say the change is obvious, because in 2019 the users of the mobile, they have reached to 2.5 billion. And one technology that is so trending on various mobile phones is, I would say, wearable applications. So what are those wearable applications? We're going to talk about them in further slides. For now, I would define them as any kind of application that is linked to your phone, and you are wearing a device on your either hand or on your finger, any kind of device it can be. So it links to your application and it functions accordingly. So there is a 35% increase in the use of the wearable application technologies in the year 2020. And the Android applications that count your kilometers while walking on the treadmill is also an example of wearable applications. Other than these applications, there are also many technologies that are involved: IoT, AR, VR, and etc. For web applications, for web development, the trends that are changing are kind of based on innovations and ideas. The artificial intelligence and machine learnings, they are also trending, and developers are already going crazy about that. Developers, they have a lot of opportunities to adopt to different kind of technologies, uh, especially blockchain, which I would say has a huge impact on the world economy. And it is estimated that 2019 was the year of adoption for the AI in the workplace. Other than this, many of the other technologies, they are also the way to shape the future of the web. For example, I told you about progressive web applications that have different kinds of features available with them: push notifications, offline mode, etc. And we have serverless applications, customer service chatbots, blockchain technology that are going to be the ones that you will see in each of the applications that are coming. Like every application would have these. Cloud technology. Okay, now mobile development tools that are basically, what are the different types of mobile development tools that are there. So I would request each and everyone to pay attention to these slides, because these kind of when I studied about them, I was really very fascinated knowing that these kind of technologies exist. Okay. Yeah, so there are, if we talk in terms of tools for mobile development, so we have native development tools and cross platform mobile development tools. Native development tools, they can help you create specialized applications that operate with ease and that operate with high quality. They can also take advantage of all the features on their designated platform. Whereas cross-platform mobile development tools, on the other hand, they make it possible for you to create a generic application for multiple platforms simultaneously, which greatly cuts the cost and the time that is needed to create the application. But yeah, there are trade-offs everywhere, so this also comes with a trade-off. The native mobile application tools that the firstly we're going to discuss is the iOS, that is used for that is written in the language Objective C or Swift. Then we have Android, that is written in Java or Kotlin. So this means that if you're writing an iOS application, you should know Objective C or Swift. You have to know Java or Kotlin for making an Android application. And for Windows Phone, you should know C Sharp. And the tools that are available for them are Xcode, Android Studio, and Appcode, respectively. So now non-platform specific applications, which are also called as cross-platform applications. So I'm going to talk about the tools that are basically used here. So there are three kind of bases on which I can, divide the tools for cross-platform development: coding platforms, low coding platforms, and no coding platforms. In coding platforms, they expect you to write the code and then your app is being ready, and it provides you with full control over your entire development process. It's kind of thing that you have written it, so you have the complete access to each and everything that you have written or made an application in. But there is a downside, which is that it requires knowledge over your chosen coding language, and you should have knowledge to resolve errors and go through any kind of conflicts that any kind of developer majorly or generally goes through. But this trade-off is, I think, undoubtedly worth it if you can streamline your application to perfection and you have perfect control over your application. So these are the tools: to naming, App Accelerator, Xamarin, Adobe PhoneGap, Ionic. These all are the applications that few of them I have not even heard of, but the most of them are basically they help you build something in a cross-platform development environment. Real-time mobile analytics are involved, and you are, you can speed up the time to make your application, and you can also market them simultaneously. So some of them are free, some of them are not. You can always go through these websites and click a screenshot if you want to, because these are really very important. And if we go to low coding platforms and no coding platforms, so low coding platforms are platforms that are able to efficiently streamline your development process by limiting the amount of code that is required for the user or the developer to write. If you are writing some code, some part of it will be automatically be given by the tool itself, and some widgets and drag and drop feature would definitely be available. So some of them are here, named as OutSystems, Fliplet, and TrackWire. So I'm going to talk about each one of them because that's really interesting what these applications do and help these platforms help you to do. So OutSystems is a low-code application development platform. It enables you users to build, deploy, manage, and change enterprise grade mobile. And it makes your web applications work faster. When I say web applications, it is cross platform. So mobile website applications, it makes them faster. Fliplet, what a Fliplet is, it is used by Accenture, Deloitte, Colgate. When I took these names, you must have already rest assured that these are paid platforms, but not everyone is paid. Fliplet is paid because it is being in already used by Accenture, Deloitte, and Colgate. OutSystems is free, definitely free. Uh, and then we have TrackWire, which is a low code alternative, again, to spreadsheets, legacy databases, and complicated enterprise systems. And about no coding platforms, we have here AppSheet, QuickBase, Alpha Anywhere, and Buildfire. So in this, all of the widgets, elements, and you know, uh, forms, lists, each and everything is available to you. You just need to use them by clicking on it, or drag and drop feature available. So again, some are free and some are not. If you face any difficulties, you can definitely reach out to me about these platforms. Now, what are the must-haves for building a web application? We talked about mobile. In fact, we talked about mobile a lot, and now it's the time for web. Web is changing very frequently. So as a developer, I feel it is a good as well as a bad thing for me, but I would say I will have to adopt to it. So do each and every developer has to, because we cannot stick to one technology at a time. So this is the just overview of what are the must-haves for building a web application. The first one is the JavaScript frameworks. JavaScript frameworks are codes, reusable codes that are written in JavaScript, which you can use for better access throughout the web and the mobile application development. For example, we have TypeScript, Vue.js, React.js, Backbone, and you also have Angular, which is mostly used. Next, we have front-end frameworks, which consists of packages that are written in different files and folders, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these are the languages that are used for writing in the files and folders inside the frameworks that in the package format. You can import those packages and definitely use them in your application. Offered by Bootstrap, Semantic UI, and Foundation. Third is web application frameworks. Web application frameworks, how it is different from front end is, front end application frameworks only gives you the ease for changing your user interface or the experience, but web application frameworks, they eases the load of the development of web applications and services, especially the backend part, if I am to say in a layman language. Django, Laravel, Ruby on Rails are some examples. The fourth one is CSS preprocessors. So what CSS preprocessors is, they extend the normal CSS code that you write on your in your CSS file, and they compile it into one singular CSS file that you can use it in your code without writing extra code. Offered by Sass, Less CSS, Stylus, to name a few. Then we have Markdown editors. Markdown is basically normal, simple, and plain text that are also referred to as in between what you see is what you get format and simply writing the code. These are Atom, Sublime Text Editor, Typora. We have Visual Studio Code, but that is not a Markdown editor to be exact. That can be used as a Markdown editor, no doubt. Then we have DevChecker. DevChecker, it is a platform or a tool where you can, compare your text files and merge the changes. So for that, command line interface can definitely be used, but I would prefer, it is wise to use the visual representation. Also, GitHub has also the feature of, comparing two code files for you and then suggest any merge conflicts if there are any. Now we'll talk about the mobile applications future. I'm gonna sum this future part a little faster, because these are technologies that are so popular, and I'm sure most of you know already about it. IoT is there, and augmented reality. So you remember the Pokemon Go app that used augmented reality software with native for building a native application. Um AR is basically used to enhance the user Android experience, and the companies are thinking of using AR in their mobile applications in future. The use of AR in mobile applications, they can increase the user experience, and this can also be used in Android gaming as well, or healthcare. Wearable applications. So what are wearable applications? Wearable applications, we've already talked about the normal definition of it. So here I'm going to talk about the use of wearable app technologies, which has already started growing. Until the year 2021, the number of wearable devices is expected to reach 929 million. That's a really large number, because the users are increasing and they want something they can relate to, or they can get notifications on their devices as well. Many of the mobile developers, they have realized the importance of this technology in future, and they are there is going to be a huge demand for it in future, with promising skills for the people who are thinking to have a career in it. Cloud applications is also mobile applications, which it is future, how we can say is it is estimated that cloud applications, they would reduce the overall operational expense of website hosting. So how would they reduce it? They would just cut down the cost where you have to maintain your systems and everything. Their cost, maintenance cost, security cost, and different other cost, as well as time is also reduced. So these kinds of mobile cloud applications, they will be designed in the future to improve the online performance, to improve the scalability, and to reduce the load on the physical memory of the system. Web applications future. So we have talked about PWA, progressive web apps. In the web development community, to be exact, PWA is becoming a buzzword. The PWA is the most effective way to deal with responsive websites, designs, and native Android application issues. In the PWA, we use web technologies to improve the native app-like experiences for different kind of users. Some of the most dominant features of the PWA are push notifications, offline mode, home screen icon. You all must be knowing all of these by the names. But what are accelerated mobile pages? So I'm gonna put little effort here. What accelerated mobile pages means? You can say like from a few years ago, um the traffic on the mobile was not this much. But in the future, the traffic of the mobile users is going to increase very tremendously. That will urge the businesses to make the use of accelerated mobile pages that collect the HTML pages and helps you make API available to each and every other user that you want to share your web application with, to optimize the user experience, to be exact. So here I have discussed with you some of the major differences between the web and the mobile development. Yeah, in terms of scope, we have discussed flexibility, versatility, future trends, technologies, and yeah, this is where I have come to an end, and I will conclude it by saying that both of the technologies, they have future, right? But I would just suggest to explore both of them, because it did not take much time to me to analyze both of them and choose what I feel most comfortable in. So what all we have discussed, I hope these all things help you in choosing whichever field you want to go to. And you should also know these kind of technologies that they are expected to use in web and the mobile development in future. I hope that information that I've shared regarding Android and web development, it would be helpful. If you have any experience in web or mobile, do share them in the chat box so that everybody else can be helpful. Or even if I have missed something, so you can always feel free to reach out to me. This is the one part that I thought I should mention. I should tell everybody is this is the quote that I always refer to for motivation when I usually procrastinate a lot. So I whenever I feel low and I feel that I cannot code anymore, there are errors and everything, nothing is going my way, so I just read it. So I'll give it a read to you. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So this is one of the popular quote by Buckminster Fuller, and I hope you have you seek this kind of motivations from these uh, people which have done huge work in their life. I'm just motivated by them a lot. And you can also connect with me on GitHub and LinkedIn. These are my IDs. And you can always, reach out to me if you have any doubts regarding anything. So yeah, just thank you. If you have any questions, you can always ask.
Thank you, Ria. Like it was wonderful to hear about mobile and web and native and cross-platform apps from you. I must say it was a really informative session. I've learned a lot. Like you have covered all the topics, like little about IoT, AR, AI, and PWA, and cloud apps, obviously. We will go ahead and take some on questions and answers now.
Sure.
So, just a reminder, please be sure to type your questions into comment box. We have some questions. The first question from Creative Techno, it's yeah. Are websites and web apps are different things, and is Facebook used on browser also a web app?
So, okay, I'm a real voice, so I don't know if it's really okay to ask anything you have in your mind. Facebook used on the browser is also a web application. So, Facebook used on the mobile is a format that the Facebook is using as a mobile website, as a web view that I've already discussed with you. It's a mini Chrome format. So, yes, this is a web application which you can also use it in your mobiles.
Yeah, so another question we have,
Yeah, sure.
also from Creative Techno. Is it that application development is same as website development with few additional things?
Application development is, it can be any kind of development, be it website development, be it mobile development, and in mobile also we have native applications, we have hybrid applications, as we've already discussed about it. So, mobile application and website development, these two are different things. But application development can be in any of them. It can be website application development, it can be a mobile application development. And the tools and technologies that we already talked about before, you can always refer to them and also reach out to me if you are, facing any difficulties with any kind of tool and any technology that you feel you are not, thinking to use, but you are not going very comfort with it.
That is okay. The next question is also from Creative Techno. What did you choose among these two of yourself?
For me, I would say that web development was the one that I started with, but now I'm learning mobile development, which is way difficult. From I would say not difficult, but yeah, a little tedious and a tricky part. But application development is one thing that which is flexible. I can use an application in both of the format, be it in iOS, be it in Android. There is cross-platform available in websites. There are some limitations, but yeah, I wanted to always have something that I can take anywhere.
Okay, so hope this is okay. So a question personally from my side is I always wonder what to choose, mobile apps or website. The on the basis of security purposes, our mobile app is safer than websites. What your thoughts on it?
Okay, so according to me, no application is safe if you say. Every application takes your information and data and supplies it to every third party application. And here comes the factor of cybersecurity into contact, that how secure you make your applications, be it web or be it mobile. If you make your website applications, so they can be secure if you are using, APIs from different kind of technologies that secure the data that the user is entering. And using mobile applications, you can, also build interfaces that are secure using different tools and technologies. But I would say that nothing is safe. No, neither mobile technology, no, neither web technology. Both the applications comes with its pros and cons. You are not audible.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. If you have any question related to mobile and web technologies, then yes, please drop your questions in the comment box. Or anything, Ria, you want to cover before the wrap up, then you can surely discuss about that.
Yeah, I would just love to say that if any one of you is thinking to just if any one of you is novice like Creative Techno asked to start with web or mobile, I would suggest go with web first and then you can switch to mobile, because web is kind of easy and you will feel the kind of thing that you are confident building applications that have something in it, that look very good, that have good UI. And building confidence is the first step. After that you can always switch to mobile back or website back, or you can even use ML and AI inside it. So yeah, mix of technologies is what developers play with. So I would suggest each and every one to do that and explore what you love, and then do it accordingly. Don't just listen to me or anybody else दे से दैट मोबाइल करना चाहिए तो मोबाइल करना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं है। वेब भी कर सकते हो, मोबाइल भी कर सकते हो।
Okay, so we have next questions from the Roger. He said he want to I love web, but I want to switch to app. Is it okay?
Yes, you can definitely switch from web to mobile. Uh, you know, uh, Flutter is one kind of technology I'm learning right now, and I feel that Flutter being available in its web format is a very big plus point, where I can build applications that work on my laptop, and that also work on my mobile phone or even tablet or tabloids. So the thing is, Flutter is a cross-platform tool. So I think these kind of frameworks you should start with to switch between.
Uh, okay, guys, we have only 4 minutes. If you have any other questions, so yeah, you can ask. We are waiting here for more 3 minutes. And thank you, Ria. It was like it has been a wonderful webinar with you, and like it
Thank you.
was very informative, and I learned a lot. Like you have covered all the things, and
Thank you.
this is the different thing. Okay, okay. So it looked like we have covered all of our questions. So is anything you want to cover before our wrap up, or we can go to stop?
Yeah, I think it's everything that I've said would help each and every viewer here. If any of the doubts they come through, they can always connect to me on my LinkedIn or GitHub that I shared.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ria. And it is very wonderful again. And again, thank you all for joining us today. And we will see you next time.
Sure. Thank you.